receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Welcome, folks, to Fifth Street Sports on a beautiful Thursday afternoon, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Frank Perez. I'm joined once again with co-host Chip Chirimbus, and we have Florida Rick. Oklahoma Brian has got a little bit of traveling issues, but we got Florida Rick, Chip Chirimbus, Sports Byline, iHeart, American Forces, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Anyways, Chip, we had a great day yesterday, buddy.
Yeah, we did well here, and we did well at home against the man as well, so that's always a plus.
And Rick, right from the poker table, buddy, you gave us two unbelievable nice winners.
Two great calls.
Yep, two great calls, Memphis and Oklahoma City.
Those would be the two, yep.
They must have come out at you, Rick, when you saw Oklahoma City favored at Milwaukee. That must have just jumped right at you.
Yeah, well, we knew already that Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez were announced out, and they already had all the other injuries like Snell, Mirotic, Brogdon, all these guys, Gasol, all these guys were already out, and you knew that the starters weren't going to play much, the Middletons and the Bledsoes, Ilyasovas of the world. So the fact you were getting Oklahoma City here when Paul George was out, so that actually made the line drop a little bit from 5 to 4, 4.5, but you knew Oklahoma City was going to give it all they had because they were playing for the 6th seed.
Yeah.
And they didn't know at the time, but they were trying to avoid Houston, and they ended up getting their wish because Denver won late, and they got Denver in the first round. They ended up getting Portland in the first round. But
that was a great call for sure. And you know those Milwaukee Bucks, they had the best record in basketball, and all of a sudden they're a 4.5-point dog at home. And, you know, last night was scrubs night in the NBA. You had Allen scored 40 points, and a few other people I very rarely see any time are in the 30s. So at least they get to finish the season on a positive note.
Yeah. So, Rick, you go 2-0. Chip goes 4-1. I stuck with my Angels, too, buddy, and I ended up getting $1.53 on them at home. They just kept jamming Milwaukee like just because Trout was out that the Angels couldn't win. So we had a pretty decent day. The only bet I lost, I bet over in the Aviator game here, and it ended up 5-1. But, folks, we'll be right back. We got a great show. Chip Chirimbus, Florida Rick, Frank Perez, Fifth Street Sports, back after this timeout.
Trade Pros. Ferguson is committed to making business with us the easiest part of your day. Ferguson.com is designed to help run your business from the office to the job site by making your day-to-day activities easier with 24/7 account access, unmatched online inventory, and on-the-go account management. And with our Pro Plus customer loyalty program, you can earn points with every online purchase, redeemable for merchandise, event tickets, trips, and more. Sign up today at Ferguson.com.
For professional staffing, there's only one name you need to know. Robert Half. Robert Half custom matches our candidates to your specific hiring requirements by combining personalized service from local staffing experts with an advanced matching technology based on 70 years of successful placements. For highly skilled accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, or administrative staffing, count on Robert Half. We'll find you productive, engaged employees. Learn more at roberthalf.com/radio.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 4422 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 4422, code 4422. Enjoy.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them, but do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more.
800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
All right, folks, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network, iHeartRadio, American Forces Network, streaming live, Facebook and YouTube. We're also on Twitter at Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. We are joined here with Chip Chirimbus in the house and Florida Rick. And, Chip, so now with a couple of days off in the thing, it gives you time to start doing your homework on these series, right?
Well, yeah, more or less. I mean, we pretty much know who's healthy, who's going to be playing, and it's just interpreting what the line is and what the public sentiment and the smart money's going to do. That's I got 3 days to evaluate that.
Yeah, same with you, Rick. Do you see anything a little bit of value in these either the series or the individual games yet?
I haven't looked at the series prices yet. I mean, I heard the astronomical price on Golden State. I don't even think Milwaukee's out yet because they're still waiting on the whole Blake Griffin see if he's going to play or not. But I did like I told you earlier, I liked Houston in the opener when it came out around 5.5. It's already up to 6.5. I thought that was a little light. 6.5 makes a little more sense. I personally made it 7.5, so I still think there's like a half point to a point of value in Houston in Game 1. But other than that, right now, early looks about right. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the Sixers line and the Pistons line. Once we know who's in and who's out.
Awesome. The next time you and Brian come out, we're going to get together with Chip. Chip went to the home opener of the Aviators. He said the park is just off the charts, modern, nice park.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, right?
Yeah, but it's Vegas all the way. Like I was saying, I mean, they do things right here, and I think they did this right.
Yeah. How do you like this, Rick? He's out there, and it's a minor league game, and they're scalping the tickets for $100.
Wow, really? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right?
Wow.
And I think
That's
that
insane.
maybe we were talking about face value was 20. Remember, I said it might have been. It was 20. Yeah.
Oh yeah. When you guys come out here, we'll go to the Red Rock to eat. And then like Chip does, so we don't pay for parking. Just walk right across parking's got to be a nightmare, and then just walk right across. Unbelievable park. Holds 11.6 or 11.
Well, they had 11.6, and I had understood it was just about. It was supposed to be around 10,000, but I think they may have made an adjustment for the opening ceremonies and opening day.
Yeah. And from my house to the studios here, it's right in between. I go right by the 215, so I'm going to catch a lot of games this year. I told Brian I'm pretty good at foul balls. I got 2 at Memorial Stadium. Told him the first one I catch, I'm going to have the club sign it, so he can have an Aviator baseball.
You got to be
I
careful.
bet you
Sometimes you're sitting next to them.
Oh, really?
Foul balls.
That's got to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, minor league stadium out there, right?
I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's they say it's state of the art for any stadium. So
yeah, I can't wait to
it
go
is
to
a
a
minor
game there
league park.
myself.
10,000 is 11,000 isn't all that much, but.
Did you hear?
It's great for baseball. I mean, go out and sit out. It's a beautiful park, surroundings. You can walk around. I loved it.
So what's the deal? They're actually allowing bets in Vegas on these AAA games involving.
Oh yeah,
years?
totals as well. Frank found that out
Yeah.
last night. But
See, I got tricked because Chip went out to the first game, and the winds here the last, not today, but the 2 other days was blowing out, unbelievable, up to 55, 60 mile an hour gusts. Now it's blowing out, so the first day it goes 11-8. He said the balls were flying out. Yesterday the total's 10.5 at a couple of the books. I go to stations and it's 11 over minus 30, 40. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm stealing here betting the over. Next thing you know, got caught with my hand in the cookie jar.
I guess.
So what was the final
defeats
last
good hitting.
5-1 Vegas.
So I think at that point you just got to go and just take the value line. You can get 11 under 11 plus 110 plus 15 when you're saying the going line other books was 10.5. So, I mean, I look at that and I don't know anything. I'm just taking the value right there. Any stations under 11 plus 15.
I'm thinking, Rick, here that the value in the season where the stadium is located in the foothills, the wind is going to be maybe a big factor all year long.
All year long.
And we're high elevation too, because it's up at like 3,200 square feet above sea level, 3,600, somewhere around there. So I think the Pacific Coast League always been known as an offensive AAA league, so I expect more of the same.
Yeah, it's when you go to bet it's in the Pacific AAA, but Chip's right. It's way up there in Summerlin, so it's one of the highest points here in the valley. It's got to be 35.
Yeah, no, I think it is around 3,600 square feet.
So
I mean, that's square feet above sea level.
I think we're going to find some really good bets on this. Rick, what do you think? You think at the park they're taking action? I mean, at the park, if they took action, if they had a betting window, how fun would that be to watch a minor league game where you could bet it right at the park?
That would be incredible. Could you imagine if they?
Ooh.
They take NFL action. Will they put up a little sports book in the new Raider Stadium?
Because one, I think it was Caesars bought the rights, didn't they, to the NFL team? So I wonder if they'll be able to do that. It would be such a great idea. Plus, they can offer live betting, and all the people, during the game.
I saw today Caesars.
It'll be a never-ending line.
So wait a second. Chip just says Caesars World is up for sale today.
No,
I saw that
in the
New York papers.
Yeah, unbelievable. But Vegas, because we're getting ready here, Rick. I believe in the next. What would you say the over and under is, Chip? 2-3 years, we'll have a regular major league team here.
No, I don't think we ever will.
No. Why is that?
It's a lot different than football. I think that you'd have to put a dome on that stadium. You couldn't sit here and have these guys playing at 110 degrees, 118 degrees in the summertime. I don't see it. I don't see the baseball.
Don't they play in Arizona? The Diamondbacks play.
Yeah, they do, but I just don't. I just don't see it here. I really don't. I never have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I can understand
definitely
football. I never thought they'd get it, but it's the perfect venue because 30,000 people a week are going to be coming out here to spend the weekend in Vegas to root for their home team, who are now in here. But I never saw that venue. I never saw baseball making it. Maybe because of the sour taste you have from having to go to Cashman Field all those times, and what was going on down there. But baseball's a tougher ticket. You're talking about 81 home games, and as opposed to say 10 in the NFL.
Well, is there any chance that they could use that park out there, the football stadium?
I don't think so. I think it's going to have to be a whole new shebang.
Yeah, there's no teams anymore that share stadiums.
They would want it. They'd want their own place, and they don't even have parking for the new Raiders Stadium.
Oh yeah, you got to shuttle around and stuff. But I do believe we'll get an NBA team though.
Could be, but there's certainly the city wasn't too happy with the All-Star weekend they had in the NBA. There was a lot of problems with the fans.
Really?
I don't know if you remember. I mean, there were a lot of businesses that had to close, and Ruth's Chris had 60 people walk out all at one time, and there was really a lot of bad things going on when the NBA All-Star Game was here.
Why did they walk out of Ruth Chris?
They didn't pay. They came in as a group and left as a group and didn't pay.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
You know,
Wow.
I think it was like 44 people, something along those lines. But baseball's a grind. I say baseball's too long a season here, and with all the other action we have, I mean, we'll have the football in September and everything else, and the tournaments coming. I say baseball is a tough sale.
Wow. How about this, Rick? Yesterday came out on the news all over Vegas. William Hill took the biggest golf bet, the biggest golf liability bet they've ever taken. A guy came in and bet $85,000 on Tiger to win the Masters, and I think if he cashes it, it's like $1,190,000. So that's the biggest liability they've ever had on a golf wager.
So he got about what 12, 13 to 1 on Tiger to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I was figuring out. Okay, wait, 12. No, 850. 12 would be $1.2 million.
It was like 22 to 1.
14.
Oh,
Probably 15 to 1. Probably just
Okay.
about. No, 14 to 1. 14 to
Yeah.
1. You're right. And and
that
they just took it. They
seems
said,
about
"Thank
right."
you very much." Andrew's giving me the high sign. You know what that means, buddy. It's time for a break. When we come back, it's Florida Rick, Chip Chirimbus, Fifth Street Sports. Back after this break.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com. That's MYEVOZ.com to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
1 through 10. Folks, it's Fifth Street Sports. Frank Perez, Sports Byline, USA Radio Network. We got Florida Rick, Chip Chirimbus. We were just talking about a bet over at William Hill, 85,000 in cash to win almost $1.2 million.
On Tiger Woods.
On Tiger Woods to win this Masters. Well, you know, William Hill got a ton of publicity over this, and you know what? He's not bad. I mean, I think he bogeyed 16. He was 3 under. Now the leaders, one of the leaders in the clubhouse at -3. Tiger's now 2 under. So is Mickelson through 8, 2 under.
Well, you know, Tiger's been able to show that he can come up with that round, that stellar 4 under, 5 under round, but he's just not the same Tiger Woods where he'd be able to do it, repeat it over a 4-day period. And he always, you know, he's a great golfer. He's still great. I'd love to be able to hit the ball like him, but he's playing against some people now in a whole new dimension. I think this Johnson and these guys are just so they're better.
Justin Thomas. How about you follow golf at all, Rick?
I have to say I follow golf probably one iota notch above auto racing. So I don't know much. I know Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, and Spieth, and McIlroy. I don't know much else.
Well, you can bet individually now, not only for the entire tournament, but you could bet individual matchups. And I always thought that was the way to go. And sometimes, I find it interesting with the pricing on who they might have favored over who else. So,
right.
And, I have to trust that the bookmaker knows more than I do when it comes to that. And I would only make one bet at each tournament and not much more than $100 just to have some action.
Yep. True. Hey, Rick, so yesterday we were rooting for you because the longer you didn't come on the show, the deeper you were in the tournament. So you say you were playing in a horse tournament, right?
Yep, I was, and I didn't make it to the final table, so I didn't cash. But unfortunately, I missed the show too, so it's a double whammy.
How many entrants?
How many entrants?
Oh, there was only about 60, 62 or so.
And they just pay the final table, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But horse, so you're playing a round of a different game every time, right?
You play 8 hands of each game, right? So Hold'em, Omaha, high-low, Raz, stud, high-low. You play 8 hands of each. But
Hold'em.
I'm surprised how long it takes.
So you play a round of Hold'em high, Omaha, and Omaha high-low?
No, strictly high-low. There's no high.
But
it's only high-low.
Hold'em is just straight high, and then Omaha high-low, then Raz, which is just low, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you play stud high only.
Correct.
And then
stud
8, and then stud 8 or better.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, I used to love that game. 8. I used to love.
I love cards.
7-card stud. 8 or better.
Well, there isn't much 7-card stud out there anymore. I mean, it's all Hold'em. I mean,
right.
They took it away from a lot of different casinos out here in Nevada and Las Vegas, and you have to fight looking for a 7-card stud game.
But
do they have them there, Rick?
No, they don't have 7-card stud cash games, and for that matter, they don't have tournaments either. The only time you're going to find 7-card stud at all would be in a horse game. You'll see some high-low, stud 8 or better tournaments. Usually it's OE, so Omaha high-low and then stud high-low.
I guess the Hold'em is just taking over everything.
But now in
PLO.
Now in the stud and the stud high-low, is it limit or is it no limit?
It's all limit. In horse, every game is limit.
Oh, I got you.
So,
okay.
So once the blinds and antes, start going up, it starts getting to be where you only have a certain amount of big bets, and then even if you have a big stack, one hand could crush your stack or make you chip leader. So it becomes.
So do the limits go up as you finish a full round?
Yeah, well, they're on a clock, so their levels are every 30 minutes. Well, each tournament's different, but like yesterday was 30 minutes for each level. So
how long does the entire tournament take?
Let's see. Started at 10. I don't know officially when it finished. I was reading the blog, so I think it finished around 10. So it took about 12 to 13 hours, I guess, from start to finish.
Nice.
Isn't that bad considering?
Survive.
Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, people don't really realize that. Like poker is, chess is even more. But poker, they think it's easy when you're playing in these big tournaments for 3 or 4 days. You got to be in good shape.
It's grueling. Mentally, it's grueling. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and they have a few of those monster events here where the main event's like a 4 or 5 day tournament. They have a couple other ones which are like 3-day tournaments as well. So this is a really big series that they have, and they have it a few times a year, and people come from all over the country, all over the world to play in this series. And then, of course, aside from that, on the side, they have just crazy cash games going on, 24 hours a day. So it's just a incredible. I only play this one tournament there, but lots of people are there for the whole entire 2-3 weeks.
Rick, do you feel pressure?
No, not at all.
All right.
Zero. No, I haven't felt pressure to poker table in probably 12 years.
Rick, in the 80s, when I used to play 7-card stud 8 or better and Omaha high-low 8 or better, people don't really realize it, but first of all, the players were a lot weaker then. That's how I made a little bit of money. But I always tended to play for high. You know how some people always like to try to make that low, and when you got the low, unless you get a wheel or a straight, you should always try to tend to play for high, especially in the Omaha high-low.
Yeah, there's different. I mean, the way I always learned it is, you really want to play hands where you can scoop.
Right.
Kind of stay away from just the highs or just the lows. But, I start deuce 3-4, especially with a suited ace. I'm popping it, every time, no matter how many races are in front of me, I'm going to cap it. So, but, some people like to have aces and king, queen, which, not every hand's a low. They're more than half the hands, you don't even make a low. There's no possible low. So, I see your point too, so there's lots of theories out there and lots of different play out there, people who are playing for low.
I think in Omaha, if you let me start with 9-10 Jack Queen every hand, and you can pick whatever two you want. I'll start with 9-10 Jack Queen, and we just keep running them and running them. I believe I would get all the money, especially if you're in a multi-way pots. 9-10 Jack Queen. Those wraparound straights, especially when the lows get busted off, when it comes 7-8 King, like this.
You have to qualify.
9-10 Jack Queen, my friend. But gosh, so Vegas is. I mean, that's what I mean. Is now Chip and I are running into trouble. We're trying to get sponsors. We're trying to get people, and everybody. One of the things is, we got to wait till August, as if football was the only game in town. Right now, what do we got? NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, the Masters, the Derby's coming up, Major League Baseball in its third week. What do you need?
Well, there's action out there every day, and we're part of it. That's for sure.
I mean, where?
Talk about the Las Vegas Aviators. Did you guys see the story with the bat dog? The bat and the bat dog.
Yes, the bat dog. That was.
What happened with that?
They have a bat dog.
They have a bat dog.
The dog runs over, grabs the bat with his teeth, and carries it over and puts it back.
No, come on.
And the umpire's picking the bat away and throwing it so the dog won't get it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's true. So I guess I was yesterday or the day before, the umpire got fed up because I guess the bat dog took a couple seconds too long to get out in the field, and the umpire took the bat and tossed it himself, and the crowd just booed him.
It was funny.
And the funny thing is the dog
Everyone was waiting for the dog to come out and grab the bat, and meanwhile the umpire picked it up and threw it back to the dugout.
I didn't know that.
And they booed him.
So the Aviators don't have a bat boy; they got a bat dog.
Well,
yes,
Only in Vegas, baby. Only in Vegas, baby. Right? Now is he pretty good? I mean, is he right on the spot when the?
Well, he's got a trainer there. He's holding him, and then when the bat's there, he lets. As a matter of fact, the dog was jumping over a chair to get out to the ball. That was part of the entertainment.
Wow. Now, is this the first time that's ever been tried?
I think.
A bat dog.
So too, yeah.
Next thing you know, they'll be calling balls and strikes.
They probably can't do any worse than some of the umpires out there now, which they should be using. We talked about this before in the show. I don't know if you were here, Chip, or not, but they should be using some sort of technology now to call balls and strikes.
There's a minor league this year that's going to balls and strikes on electronic call, but they said they delayed the incorporating the system as of yet. I think I saw that today, as a matter of fact. But they will be using it during the season, they said.
Guys,
great, because it's gonna be coming to MLB. It has to, because it's not fair when some umps are calling the ball 4 inches outside a strike, and it's they have to make it.
You can put sensors on the corners of the 5 points of the home plate,
right?
But
isn't it between, what is it?
But see, that's the thing. I mean, Altuve's strike zone and Aaron Judge's strike zone are certainly two different places. So you may be able to get it vertically and horizontally, but what's going to happen longitudinally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just made me think of it because I've been watching baseball quite a bit, since opening day, and I've noticed some horrendous calls and balls and strikes. I mean, and it's just made me think, why don't we have this? Where how far away are we from getting it? And I've seen enough stories on it to know that it's perfect. There's not going to be any issues. It's not going to delay the game at all. I mean, instantly the umpire will go in his ears, ball or strike, and he'll still be there for to call him and to call plays at the plate.
They have a rule now that will be instituted. No arguing balls and strikes. Who's going to argue balls and strikes? There's nobody.
Exactly. Yeah. You never ever have to worry about that happening either, which delays the game even further too. Whether it's the
no
player
more
or the manager
ejections.
comes out.
I think the pitcher in my day that benefited the absolute most from
Miami Marlins,
from a bad from a wide strike zone things off the plate was Tom Glavine. This guy got so many calls that were 2-3 inches off the plate, strike.
But what about Lividian Hernandez during the
Levon
Marlins
Hernandez
run? Where
you'll never forget the 97.
6 to 8 inches outside, and Craig's punching people out.
Yeah. Guys, wow, when we come back, I think that's the cutest thing in the world, a bat dog. Anyways, when we come back, it's Talk You Can Bet on Florida Rick, Chip Chirimbus, Frank Perez. We got to take a break, folks.
As soon as we're back out in our yard, we get company.
Dandelions, lurking crabgrass, and wheat-thin grass. But Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action takes care of them all. Now, with one bag, you can kill weeds, prevent crabgrass for up to 4 months, and feed for greener grass. Triple Action, so your lawn thrives, guaranteed. Only from Scott's.
Weeds aren't welcome here.
This is a Scott's yard. Pick up a bag of Scott's Triple Action today.
And now, a page from the diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, the ghost is back. This house is protected through Progressive, but that doesn't mean it's not haunted. How else would you explain that radiator-like clanking sound? Or the moon-colored light in the hallway that's gone by morning? Maybe he never bundled home and auto, and he's doomed to suffer an eternity without the savings.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
What was that wind-like sound? Oh, right, the wind.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Bring on the April showers at Lumber Liquidators. We've got you covered with waterproof vinyl plank flooring, all on sale. Like malted oak vinyl plank for only $1.42. And all water-resistant laminate is on sale. Like new Desert Horizon Elm for only $1.79. Or refresh your home this spring with best-selling hardwood floors on sale. Do it yourself or have it installed for you. Plus, get special financing. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
Hey anglers, Scott Turdich here, the old G3 Sportsman. 2019 is here and the new G3 boats are better than ever. Stop by your nearest G3 dealer and check out the most diverse lineup of aluminum boats and pontoons on the market today. Come on over and enjoy the G3 life, just like me.
Hey folks, guess what? We're back. It's Fifth Street Sports. Chip Chirimbus, Frank Perez, and Florida Rick. Boy, I was just talking. I've only had my first dog. He's going to be 4 years old in May. I'm a gigantic dog lover because I know that the loyalty and the unconditional love, you just don't get that from humans. But I love my dog, so I just got in between the break. I'm gonna rat Chip out. I'm gonna rat Chip out to the
Peter's gonna be calling me soon.
ASPCA. He said if it was up to me, I'm gonna rat you out, Chip. He said I get rid of that dog. I don't want gunk and teeth marks and everything on my bat.
I don't want dog saliva on my handle. I'm using rosin and pine tar as it is to keep it dry. And he was grabbing the bats by the handle. I'm thinking when I'm watching him do this, that is his teeth mark going to be in the handle of the bat, and I'd have to get a rag and wipe off the saliva, of course. But that's nice of you, Frank. I really appreciate that.
No,
Peter's coming out after me right now.
because I'm throwing him out under the bus. The only bad experience I've ever had that had to do with dogs was one time I answered an ad. There was an ad in the paper that they had a talking dog for sale. So when, So I answered this ad, Rick. I answered this ad that there's a talking dog for sale. That I knock on the guy's door. I said, you really got a talking dog? He goes, yes, I do. Come on back. So we go on back to the shed. The dog's laying there in the shed, and the owner says to the dog, "Go ahead, start talking." This dog starts telling me. I asked him, "Can you talk?" He starts saying, "Can I talk?" He says, "I was on SEAL teams, CIA." FBI raids. I was one of the especially high trained. This dog's going on and on. I couldn't believe this. So I start walking back to the house, with the owner, and I said to the owner, "Well, how much do you want for the dog?" He said, $10. I said, $10? That's all you want for that dog? I said, why is he so cheap? He goes, because that dog's a liar. He didn't do any of those things. He didn't do any of those things.
It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
That was anyway. So yeah, but I want to film that dog. I mean, I didn't even know it.
Oh my goodness, talking dog.
Yeah.
Can we bet whether that talking dog's going to come across the finish line?
No, but seriously, well, folks, this is Talk You Can Bet On. We got a very kind of a choppy weekday. I guess what do we got? Hockey and baseball.
There's hockey tonight, and there's baseball tonight as well. And I'm looking at the 3-8 Cubs, who have been struggling all along. With Quintana's on the mound tonight.
Okay.
So.
Let's put you down.
That's my play for today. It's the only thing I put out because of the sparse schedule. I didn't like the I don't know how you do it, Rick, in the NHL. I'm a money line guy, and I just don't like laying those 2-to-1 prices, regardless if I like the side. Players can pick that out on their own if they want. So the only thing I got involved today was a little bit of baseball. Did you see anything out there?
We had a couple of baseball plays. I was going to give those out as well. Like you said, there's not much else going on. There's a couple of hockey games, no plays on those. We did play the San Jose Sharks last night, though. I think betting against Vegas will probably be profitable this NHL playoffs, but unfortunately, you're probably going to get 4 or 5 games to do it with, so might as well take advantage of it while you can.
We could have used you on the air yesterday because we both discussed that we thought the Golden Knights would have a shot, though we did post the Islanders last night. But the NHL, it's going to become interesting. Do you think anybody can? It's the Field and Tampa Bay. Do you think anybody can challenge the Lightning?
I mean, I think after last night's game, you have to look and say, wow, maybe they are vulnerable to blow a 3-0 lead like that at home in game 1 of the playoffs. I still can't see them losing the series, but wow. Yeah. Like we were talking before the show, could you imagine what the live betting price would have been to take Columbus down 3 in the second period at Tampa Bay in game 1 of the
wow. I think they had the third most points in NHL history and the single largest margin between them and the second teams. They really dominated this entire season. But like I said, playoffs is a whole different animal. We've seen Nate take one down in the NHL before.
Now they're going to trick me. This Tampa Bay, Rick. They opened up minus 410 in the series against this Columbus, right? So they're tricking me because now after losing that game, they just readjusted the price. I just bet Tampa Bay minus 160.
160.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're down one game. I mean, come on, they were minus 410 to the best team just because they lose the first one. I'll take them minus 160. I mean, I know they lost a home game, but
you got the value because you're betting a 7-game series. I mean, and they have that final game at home, so you'd always in some way be able to hedge if it comes down to Game 7.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not. So let's get this straight. So Chip, you are going with Quintana over Musgrove. You're laying a quarter, right?
Yeah, Musgrove was great. I think he's pitched 10 innings without giving up an earned run this season already, and but I just think it's a spot for the Cubs. You know,
Right.
it's just it's baseball's a long season. It's only a single play out there. You know, so that's what I went with today.
Okay, well, so we got Chip down for that. Rick, what do you got? I got 2, but I'm going to let you go first, Rick. I hope we match.
Okay. My first play is on the New York Mets, game 905, getting about plus 112, plus 111 against anywhere from plus 112 to plus 115 against the Braves.
Is that
I've
Mets
just
tonight?
Never been, the Mets, right? I like
Steven
the
Mets, I meant.
Oh, Stephen Matz, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Matz.
That's Stephen Matz. Yeah, okay. Is that the Mets? Yeah, Matz on the Mets. But yeah, so that's my first play. I like Matz a lot. I'm not really a Kevin Gossman fan. Never liked him in Baltimore, and I like the way the Mets are playing. I like the Mets as a dog here. So that's my first play, and my second baseball play tonight is. I'm really still really surprised at this line. It's Toronto, game 919, getting about plus 162, plus 164 against Boston. Boston's just a mess right now. Eovaldi's had 2 disastrous starts. Sanchez has looked really good early in the season. I just don't see how Boston right now is good. They're giving them the credit as if they're last year's team, and I think this line is way overpriced. I think it should be closer to 140 or 150.
You know what? Frank and I discussed. This is not supposed to be happening.
Oh, this could be money.
No,
money
Frank
call.
and I had discussed that how the Red Sox win total and their odds to win a division were so short, and I guess the odds maker knew what they were doing as far as having a hangover is concerned. I mean, what are they? 3-8 or 3-9 right now, or somewhere along the lines there. And the Yankees aren't much better. I think at 5-7. So Tampa Bay's going to run away with it.
Yep. Well, Rick, that was one of my plays.
Right now.
That was one of my plays. I do like Sanchez over Eovaldi getting $1.66 now. I'm looking at it at this place. We got Chips Quintana.
Okay.
Now, and then, boy, it's scary that you said this match with the Mets. I just had a sharp account. He just bet it twice for the limit. But
I bet the Mets too?
Yeah, on Mets. But, I'm not so convinced on that one. I do love the Blue Jays. I really like your Cubs. I'm going to stretch out here, and I know you guys are going to laugh. I'm going to stretch out here with these Giants with Samardzija at home over Gray. I think Colorado's not that good this year.
Samardzija just seems the guy every year that the price keeps coming up on him, and they keep playing him, and he keeps getting beat. I mean, his win percentages on games started for the Giants win percentage in his game start has to be absolutely horrendous. Because I'm always looking for this guy because, Notre Dame, he was a tight end. Guy played 2 sports, looking to see what he's done. And as far as I've been charting him, he hasn't been very effective at all.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give him a shot here.
No, he's the type of guy, Frank, that is going to give you 12 strikeouts in 6 innings and somehow along the line gives up a 3-run homer with 2 on or something along those lines.
Yeah, he's been having bad luck. By the way, that Tampa Bay series, I bet it at 160 and 170. Now they're up to 200. What do you think, Rick, do you think there's value in the Sharks now? They're at 180 in the series?
I do. I think the Vegas lines are always lower than they should be. The public loves to bet Vegas. They have ever since their inception, and especially last year throughout the playoffs. And if you look at just the numbers, and you'll see the percentage of bets on Vegas games, probably the most of any team in the NHL. The public loves betting the Vegas Knights. And last night I thought the line was ridiculously low at like 122, 124. San Jose is such a good home team. They're obviously clearly the better team than Vegas this year, and the line should have been closer, I think, 150 or so. But they showed last night they're, at least they look like they're a much better team. With the playoffs starting, anything can change. The next game Vegas can win, but I would think there's value at that 180 price. I think it seems kind of low considering the way they won, not just that they won, but how they won. Real bad.
Frank and I had discussed that. This season, we were looking to fade the Golden Knights, and they actually performed during the regular season a little bit better than we had anticipated. But the last 2 weeks, I mean, they've really been really weak. I think they won 1 out of their last 6 games, and I thought that they might come together last night, Rick, and I'm glad you had the winner. I mean, we didn't do anything with it other than discuss it, but the Golden Knights look like they might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yep,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I think you're only going to get, like I said, we talked about this before the show, and I just mentioned it a few minutes ago, but I think they're only going to win either 1 or 0 games. So you're only going to have a few more games to possibly even bet against them this year. And I think you should take advantage of it, especially when they get back to home. And, they'll be, minus 150, 160 at home. She'll be plus 140 or so on San Jose. I think they'll win at least one of those 2 games, if not both. So and once they get down 3-0, it's tough for teams to come back and have any motivation to win that 4th game because psychologically they already feel defeated.
Hey, Rick, do you see any, at a quick glance in these NBA, do you see any one of these? Because the NBA boy, just seems like the better team is in a 7-game series. Like the Warriors look like they're going to win. Rockets look like they're going to win. Boston. Is there any dog that you think can really win 4 games here in this opening round?
I'm wondering if...
Well, the one dog that strikes that I think, and you could see it by the price, that I think could win. I didn't even realize this, but Oklahoma City is actually favored in the Portland series, and I didn't realize that. I was going to say the one dog that I think could win would be Oklahoma City, and then I just actually looked at the series price, and they're a slight favorite at minus 135. I mean, that Nurkic going down is going to be a lot for Portland in the playoffs. You know how physical they get in the NBA playoffs, and that was Portland's big physical tough guy, and now he's of course he's out for a long time. So I didn't realize Oklahoma City would be favored here, but that's what I was going to say would be the one dog. But I mean, Portland could still win, so I guess you could say plus 115, they're the dog now. It's kind of close to a pick'em series. I don't see any other dog winning in the rest of the series. I don't see.
Do you think the Raptors are a walkover? Or are they going to struggle like they usually do come opening rounds?
I think they will. I do think they'll drop a game and maybe even 2, but I can't see it going 7 games.
Yeah.
Orlando's played well of late, to make that run, get into the playoffs, and I could see them winning a game, maybe even 2 games at home, but it'll be one of those situations where it'll probably likely be 4-1, but maybe they'll take 2 at home, and Toronto will have to take it in Game 6 in Orlando. But it's within the realm of possibility that it goes to a 7-game series. And,
well, the reason why I said is because somebody said no matter who the Raptors play in the first round, play against Toronto, and that's the only reason I brought it up to you. I was just thinking about it.
Well,
and normally I would agree with you. I just go ahead, Frank.
I just bet your game. I doubled down on Toronto because you like them. Took your Cubs. And I'm gonna bet my Giants. I'm gonna stick with my Giants tonight over some more. But go ahead. Let's go back to what you guys were talking. Sorry to get guys off the top.
No, that's okay. But what I was going to say about Samardzija before, since you just brought that back up again, is he's notorious for getting the worst run support too. So, he typically has a low ERA, but then has a bad record. And then you look, and for some reason, the Giants don't seem to score many runs whenever he's pitching.
It just seems like I've struggled so much with him.
Me too. Folks, when we come back, we're going to recap what we have from Chip, from Rick, myself. Talk you can bet on. 5th Street Sports, back after this timeout.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
At 28, I had struggled with opiate and meth addiction for 12 years. I did and said things that the sober me never would have done. One day I realized I was not invincible. I was not exempt. And that's when a friend told me about Elite Rehab Placement. They gave me the tools I needed to get sober, and all it took was the one phone call.
Elite Rehab can help you start to break your addiction problem and get sober in as little as 7 days. And we'll work with your insurance provider to help cover the costs. Plus, we have travel assistance programs to get you here by plane or train. Make this free call right now to learn more. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. That's 800-403-5912.
What are you going to run on?
Fifth Street Sports, folks. We're back. We got to recap these games. We got Florida Rick, Chip Chirimbus at chipwins.com. Hey, guys, we are talking Chip into a deal. We're going to put something together with the A-Play next week when Chip comes in. Rick, we're talking Chip into the A-Play here. We're going to start putting our stuff on his thing. He's going to chop it with us. But for now, it's chipwins.com for his plays every day. But here's what we got today. Chip likes the Cubs -1/4 over Pittsburgh. Rick, you and I both like Toronto, getting $1.65-ish around there. I like Samardzija for the Giants. You like Mats for the Mets, right? And
correct.
You got nothing in hockey, right?
No, the lines were too askew for me today.
No, you like anything in hockey tonight?
No, I'm with Chip. No plays in hockey tonight.
I would say to the folks, for value, I mean, we don't like to lay prices. We know that that's not our motto here at Fifth Street Sports. But for prices, I would take, if you can get this Tampa Bay at $1.80, $1.90 to win the series, and maybe San Jose at $1.80, I do believe those are two good spots to lay chalk. Do you think so, Rick?
I completely agree with you on both counts, especially the Tampa Bay. Well, both, but Tampa Bay is, like you said, they were -410, even 450 at some shops before the playoffs started. They lose one game, heartbreaking defeat, 4-3, blowing a 3-0 lead. I could see them, just breezing through winning the next 4 games, and I don't think they'll lose more than one more game. So I think -180 is a bargain here.
Well, I've done it once where Bruins and the Canadians, and the Canadians used to always beat the Bruins, and they got anyway. First round of the playoffs, Boston goes into Montreal and wins the first 2, and all of a sudden Montreal went from a 2-1 favorite to 2-1 dog. It took them here at Caesars Palace. They won the next 4, so I wouldn't have any problems taking Tampa Bay here at all. Beautiful.
Well, I feel better now. I'm not going to put any more on it, folks, because remember we've always talked about control, taking it easy. Don't let it ruin your life. Fifth Street Sports, folks, we appreciate you. It's been Chip Chirimbus, Florida Rick, Frank Perez, Fifth Street Sports. We appreciate you and thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to chalk Chip into the A-Play. We're going to get a piece of that, folks. Back tomorrow.